Levaslier has been a passion project of mine for the past 6 years.
The devil is a slime, wielding 2 blades the same tone as he. He dons a cloak, red like the blood of his victims. His armor, adamant like his will to fight. Isn't that right? Arkosh Levaslier.
Oh yeah, I'm scared, but it's what makes me stronger. I keep on fighting, draw my strength from the fear.
Hey, what's up, survivalists? It's Shay of TeamWnJ here. Sorry if I don't sound too energetic today. I woke up and I feel like I have a cold and it's been sucking the energy out of me. My eyes are literally struggling to stay open right now. I spilled a cup of tea as I was trying to start the stream. I have no idea what's happening. Someone just joined the chat. Who joined? Hello? Okay, not sure what happened there. What's going on, everyone? You may have noticed that the title is quite eye-catching because things have been happening. And I want to talk about it with everyone here. What's going on, Poop Pie Fries? YT, welcome back. Haven't seen you for a while. Darklight Boy is here. What's going on? Good morning, Darklight. Cam is here. What's going on? Good morning, Cam. Oh, wait, it's not morning for you. It's nighttime for you. Adan Lechuga Ramirez says, hi. What's going on, Adan? Welcome to the live streams. I haven't seen you around before. Josiah is here as well, but he says that he has to go because stuff in the morning. Cool. I also have work in the morning, so I have to go. Let me just talk a little bit first, and then I'll flip over to what I'm doing on the stream, cause I'm working on something. I'm working on something love related. And also what's going on, Necroly Pixel. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Okay, so with the PewDiePie live streams, you have seen me from a long ass time ago starting to work on this PewDiePie versus Wither animation. And remember that I asked you guys to give me your ideas on what you want to see animated, and I said, oh, it'll be done within a few weeks or so. And then I ran into some tech problems, and then I ran into some more tech problems, and it kept on running into problems, and then I just ended up, it's gone on for a month. And I don't like things dragging on for months. Those first 2 PewDiePie animations that you guys most likely found me from, those took me like a week to do. Those are super fast to make. Except the problem now is that because I'm working on Levaslier and I have to work on the PewDiePie animations and I have to work on so many other things, it's draining the time out. And I just can't do it. Not to mention, this is one very important thing, especially if you're a YouTuber. If you're a YouTuber, you gotta listen to this one. And sorry, I really don't sound very energetic today because like it's zapping the energy out of me. This cold, man. Like I just feel it in my throat. It's like acid or some shit, you know. Also, Harry's not here, by the way. But on YouTube, you know how you have like trends that go up and down. I've said this before. If you want to be a successful YouTuber and you want to see some quick results on YouTube, all you got to do is follow a trend or whatever, and you get like quick results. You're gonna get easily forgotten, but you're gonna get some quick results either way. That's what these PewDiePie videos are for. And as time passes, the trend starts to go down, right? And that's what I'm afraid will happen with this PewDiePie thing. So, the longer it takes for me to make this animation, the less results it's going to get me, and the more effort I have to put into it. Meaning the more I make this animation, the less I get. So, after doing some calculations, I just think it's not worth it anymore. Because I'd much rather spend my time working on Levaslier, something that I actually care about, and something that, you know, means a lot to this channel, rather than working on something that is intended to get quick results, but is not going to, because by the time it releases, the trend would have gone down already. However, there's a catch here. There is another situation where this will work. It's not a black and white situation. I know Angelo and Solar and Cam's here right now. Some of the guys on the Discord server, they're gonna watch later because it's made like 4 a.m. or something for them, whatever, right? So if you're watching right now and you're an animator and I've spoken to you before, you've got good chances. If you're an animator that I haven't spoken to before, you still got pretty good chances. We're looking for new animators on the TeamWnJ. This first project is going to be a very short project. It's literally all I'm doing is I'm looking for at least 2 different animators to join into TeamWnJ temporarily to finish this PewDiePie animation. From then onwards, I will start recruiting people to join in to start working on Levaslier and other TeamWnJ stuff that's not Minecraft related. So if you're interested in joining TeamWnJ as an animator for the PewDiePie animation, this is a temporary thing. The job will the job will earn you 150 AU dollars, 150 Australian dollars to help with the PewDiePie animation, and I expect with me and the 2 other people together, that's 3 people, I expect we get this done real fast, probably like within a week or so. So there's that. If you're an animator and you want to hop onto our team, it will be you will receive 150 Australian dollars once this whole thing is completed. And I'm only looking for 2 people. If you're interested in joining, look in the description. I've written out the email for TeamWnJ. It's gamerswnj@gmail.com. And I've also included some stuff for you to put in there. So include your full name, include your age or whatever. Like it's down there. It's down there. I don't remember off the top of my head. Don't put any other garbage there. I don't need to hear your entire life story. Tell me your life story when I actually interview you or when we get into contact. Don't put that in the email. Just put what's I requested in the email that's in the description. Just put that in. That's all. I've received some pretty dumb emails before from pretty dumb people. Thanks for the loots, Josiah. Let me read that in a second. What's going on here, Brian Plays? Welcome. By the way, Potato Deity, you're holding out for the PAX announcement. That's great. I want to talk to you. Hold on. You should chill out by watching some more Spirits X. I probably should. I do have work tomorrow, so I can't chill that much. I sound so tired right now, and I hope the last thing I want to do, guys, is project my fucking tired energy over to you guys. So if you guys are energetic and you guys want to do something, I don't want to zap any of the motivation out of you. Like, I hope you all stay motivated. I'm still motivated right now. I just don't sound like it. I also noticed that what Tamalon says. Welcome, what Tamalon. Right, so XX Jamie Wolfie XX says Creeper. Did you see Creeper.mov, Jamie? You should go watch that. I want to just repeat in case, because I see a few people just joined in. I'm just going to repeat real quick what I just said. TeamWnJ is looking for new animators to help finish the PewDiePie animation. If we cannot find animators, the PewDiePie animation simply will not be done, because the more time we spend on it, the less results we get from it. And so we're looking for animators to join in right now. So look in the description. There's an email there, and I've requested you to include a bit of information. I don't care about your CV, by the way. If you have one, link it. If you don't, that's fine as well. But send us an email, and if you are successfully chosen as one of the 2 animators, and we finish the animation all together, you will receive 150 Australian dollars. Cool. Let me show you guys what I'm working on right now, because there's a lot of stuff. Oh my god, Angelo, come on. Angelo joined in just as I finished. I repeated it twice, man. Darklight says, can you hire me as an editor? I don't see a need for an editor because I am an editor myself. So what I would instead... I mean, look, listen. If I ever needed an editor, like an assistant editor, I might come out and find you. But it depends. At this rate, I still don't see a need for an editor. I actually wanted to call a bunch of people onto the stream today. It's especially if you're on my Discord server. I pung the animation boys to join in because I was talking about getting people as an animator onto TeamWnJ. Angelo, wind that shit back, yo. But I also wanted to tag the Real Talk boys and the business boys, or the money makers. Yeah, you know who you are, the money makers. Here's the thing. This is real talk, all right? Real talk. It's because this cold is getting to me. This thing is physically draining me. Like, I'm actually physically tired. Usually, what happens is when I'm not streaming and when I'm not working on Lev, sometimes I get up every hour. I do that, Josiah, don't worry. I get up every hour and I stand, like, over there in the living room, and I just kind of bounce, and I practice some of my kicks, I practice some of my punches, I practice a lot of different martial arts moves just so I can stay active. Lots of moves. Like, often for hours, I just practice martial arts moves. And I just can't do it today. Like, I've been throwing these punches, but these punches are just coming out like, what the fuck are these? Like, I'm so physically drained and so emotionally drained as well. But I think it's ever since my mentor betrayed me, or like my trust rather. Let me flip over the screen. You guys are gonna see something interesting. Bingo. I lost my Wacom pen. Where the fuck is it? There it is. But basically, ever since I felt I was betrayed by my mentor, quote unquote, that guy's taught me a lot of legitimate and good information. The problem is, he's a scammer, so I can't trust him anymore. And so in my head, I'm like, okay, well, from out of all the information that he's taught me that I have used that has given me good results, you know, legitimate good information, out of all those results, how much of that is scam stuff? Because I don't want to be a scammer. I don't want to do what scammers do. So how much of that is scam stuff, and how much of that can I actually use? And what that causes in my head is something called cognitive dissonance, which is something that I studied in psychology that I never thought would happen to me. Cognitive dissonance is the state of when your thoughts or your beliefs contradict or conflict with each other. And that's what's happening right now. The worst thing that's happening in my head is that I want to do something with TeamWnJ. I've been thinking a lot about TeamWnJ. I've been thinking a lot about this Pewdiepie animation because, look, listen, I know I have to do it. I have to do it because I promised you guys that I'm going to do it. And it's also something that, you know, I genuinely want to do. It's the animation concept that we thought up together, you know, of all those other animals of PewDiePie's, all his friends that have died, all of those guys coming back and giving Sven and PewDiePie strength to beat the Wither. Dude, that's a fucking good idea. That's a solid idea. I want to do that. But I'm never going to say I can't do that. For me, it's a question of how can I do that? And in this scenario, it's I have to sacrifice time working on Levaslier. I have to sacrifice time working on something else in order to put time into working on this PewDiePie thing. And I mean, some of you guys might say it's a good idea because you get more views or whatever, but it gets emotionally draining. The motivation for me to work on the PewDiePie animation is less than the motivation that I have to finish Levaslier. So whenever possible, I want to work on Levaslier more than anything else. This is why I have to this is why I'm recruiting more animators in. Not only does this tie into the second thing for the moneymakers, this is going to come in handy later. But yeah, I just feel like the TeamWnJ part, we lost the W. We lost, first of all, we lost the team, then we lost the W, so it's only J now. And Harry's here, and Harry's not even an animator. Neither is Andrea. So, you know, like the team's heavily drained, and we want to do some big projects, but we're all so drained that, you know, it's like we can't even get one thing done. So I think the best move is to get more animators on, so we can do more projects as well. And so for business people, this is where it comes in handy. By the way, cognitive dissonance is I can talk about solving that because I did study how to solve cognitive dissonance. Give me 1 second. Let me finish this line here. I'm gonna read Josiah's comments in a second. Give me real quick. Hold on. Any digital artist right now who's watching me do this understands the pain in those actions just now. Come on. Thank you. That's a good line. Cool. Okay. Josiah, let me scroll up real quick because I might have missed something. I did notice that Miguel Legaspi has joined in. What's going on, Miguel? Cam says, I would join in on the Pewds animation, but I have a job ready, so I'm a bit busy right now. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought, Cam. Yeah. Potato Deity says, didn't see those kicks coming, but you saw my kicks. Let's see. Josiah says, honestly, I think you should try not to stress about it too much. I understand it's hard, but stressing isn't scammy. So yeah, no. I mean, listen, cognitive dissonance isn't like the end of the world for me. For like, I've gone through so much shit that cognitive dissonance is like nothing. I don't get bothered by very many mental stuff anymore. Like if there's something wrong with me, I can tell and I can figure it out. But Josiah says good to take some rest. I agree. Yeah. Slush Films. What's going on with Slush Films? Slush Films says animators animate a clip, then they play it only 2 seconds long. That's me. Hey, at least you're making something, Slush Films. At least you're making something. That's better than a lot of other animators out there who say they want to animate and then don't actually do anything. Kind of like when I tell you guys to do weekly animations, but then I don't do weekly things anymore. Oh, by the way, I've also been, you guys on Discord, you guys have been pushing me to do weekly uploads again. And so that's causing me to think a little bit as well, because I'm like, oh, okay. You guys want to see weekly uploads again. I ran out of tutorial ideas, which is why I stopped doing tutorials, because the amount of people who need tutorials... I mean, like here's the thing. If I make one tutorial, I intend to help a lot of people with that one tutorial. So it'll be a situation like, let's say, how to set up a Minecraft scene in Cinema 4D, right? Like, a lot of people need that. So that's fine to make. But if it's something like how to link range mapper on Espresso for Minecraft rigs in Cinema 4D, it's like, what the fuck? That's a bit too specific. Like, that even if I know how to do that and I make a tutorial on that, that's not going to help anyone. Well, it's going to help like the 1 or 2 people. Potato Deity just looked at the PAX schedule and saw you have a world building panel. Exactly. Yeah, I've got the world building panel. So I wanted to do... Potato Deity, by the way, is asking about PAX. So, PAX Australia 2019 is happening on October 11th to 13th. I might have got that wrong, but I don't think I did. PAX, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, is the biggest gaming exhibition in Australia. I will be giving a panel there on the 13th at 11 a.m. That might have changed. I need to double check on that. But that should be on a Friday. And I think Potato Deity is coming. That's great. I'm not going to make the mistake of last time, because last time I did forget to, I forgot to prepare my presentation. Oh, shit. I forgot to prepare my presentation during PAX, and I prepared it kind of last minute, but this time I'm not going to make that mistake. I'm aware. I've only got a month left, so I'm starting the preparations now, and everything should be cool. Yeah, Josiah did meet me at PAX. Josiah, can you believe that it's been a year? It's only been a year that we've met? For some reason, just having Josiah with us for so long, it feels like Josiah has been part of our community for like such a big portion of the community's lifespan. I mean, okay, consider this. You did join us when we were at like 2,000 subscribers, and now we're at 9,000. You know. Slush Film says, I guess you can make how to do good lighting and movements, because a lot of people need help on that, and being an animator for the first time. I guess so, indeed, as well. I've made tutorials on those before. However, I don't know if you've watched them or not, but I recently took a look back at them, and they're pretty shitty. They're also wrong. So I do want to remake some of those tutorials one day. But tutorials do take time. And again, it's one of those situations where would I rather spend more time working on Levaslier, which is a project that I've spent my life on that I love, or would I rather make a few tutorials and not get much results off of it? And, you know, I want to listen, I want to help people. And I want to make more animators as well. So making these tutorials is really good, because I know people need to know this stuff. The question for me isn't, oh, I don't have time, so I'm not going to make weekly uploads. It's, how can I fit in the time to make weekly uploads? It's always a question of why for me. It's always a question of how. If I want to do something, it's never like whether it's possible or not. It's how can I do it? And more animators just solves the problem. When we take a look at the business thing here, here's where it gets interesting. So, you guys know that I'm like, I started digging into business quite a while ago, and like I'm quite into it. I quite like learning about it. I'm not by any means experienced and really good at making money and doing business and whatnot, but I've done some things and it's worked, like freelance stuff, and I've made my own money and it's good money. So I'm thinking, okay, well, what's gonna happen to TeamWnJ in the future? What's like the future of TeamWnJ going to be? Are we gonna stay on YouTube forever, or are we gonna do something else with it? And for a project like Levaslier, which is a massive web series, we're gonna need some serious funding for it. And serious funding doesn't come from nowhere, and I don't think working a 9-to-5 job is gonna get me serious funding. Therefore, I think the best option is for me to start my own company, and then start working for other people and start putting my business skills to use so we can start making some real money. I did notice that SoCol151 says, "Hey, today is the birthday of my friend. Could you say something nice to him? Cheers from Brazil." SoCol, what's the name of your friend? What's the name? Let me know the name of your friend. Potato Deity says, "I subbed the day after the panel." Thank you, Potato Deity. Everyone still means a lot, even at the 10,000 subscriber level. Josiah, you did join during the 1.9k curse? Interesting. Cool. Potato says, "We were at the one last year, and it's the most memorable moment because of how wild it was." Thank you. Like, I know it wasn't perfect or anything, but, like, I don't like to stress about things, and I feel like that was just, like, a fun experience. Sometimes I think about it and I cringe a little bit, but it's fine. Because everything is an experience. I do wish that someone had a recording of it, though, so that I could compare that, my first PAX panel, versus give me, like, 5 more years, and we'll do another one, and we'll compare it directly. You know, like, that's why I love recording everything. That's why I keep everything logged in diary. Even if it's cringy, even if it's shitty, I don't delete it, because I know that after a few years, once I look back at it and compare to where I am in the future, you know, it's going to be a journey. And also, some of you guys are interested in doing what I'm doing. So if you meet me in the future, and you see me at a million subscribers level, and you're like, "Oh, Julian, how did you do it when you were at 9,000 subscribers?" I can say, "Here, watch this footage. This was recorded when I was at 9,000. See, I'm shittier than you, so you can do it as well." You know, I like doing that shit. Pablo is his name. Okay, well, happy birthday, Pablo. So coolest friend. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a happy birthday, and I hope you get good cakes and lots of desserts and lots of gifts and shit. I would let me draw you a gift right now. Here, I'm just gonna draw like a very a very shitty gift, but here you go. Here's a gift from TeamWnJ, and then like 2 strokes or whatever. Darklight Sport, what's going on, Darklight? Will disappear in 17 minutes. Okay, interesting. Well, good morning. Good morning again, Darklight. Josiah says, "Sadly, I think I won't have the chance to go this year. I would love to see you in person again, but monetary issues and whatnot." That's fine, Josiah. That's fine. Josiah, sorry, Angelo. I almost said like fucking Jangelo or some shit. You're currently selling. Angelo says you're currently selling yourself to your subscribers by giving us content. I mean, convince us up by subbing or something. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like, that's what YouTube is. YouTube is sales. Because you gotta sell yourself on your personality or something else that you can offer of entertainment value to others. Now, anyway, like I was saying, obviously, maybe not so obviously, I'm gonna turn TeamWnJ into a full-on animation studio in the future. What I want to do with TeamWnJ is not just make Minecraft animations like Black Plasma Studio does, which, by the way, I'm in contact with Black Plasma Studios as well. So I've asked them for like lots of business advice on how they started and whatnot. And I've got some good people around me to help me start this up. So I don't want to just do Minecraft animations, because that's not going to get good money. Angelo, Solar, whoever sells Minecraft stuff, if you sell Minecraft rigs, if you sell Minecraft intros, if you make intros for other people, you know that the Minecraft community is cheap as fuck. And I don't mean that in a rude way, that's just the truth. Because a majority of people who spend time watching Minecraft instead of like playing it and whatnot, they tend to be kids. And kids don't make their own money. You can't blame them for being cheap as fuck, they just are cheap as fuck, because they don't earn money. So like, an we were talking with Anish the other day. Last week, we had a live stream with Anish Ridge, one of the best Minecraft rig creators in the world. And he has a game and studio company, and he's helped out with games like was like Hex Jump or some shit, and he's earned like $25 million, lots of money. And he made this Minecraft rig back then that I used to use as well, and he was like, the price of this should be $100, but I'm selling it at $35. You know, and even at $35, the people still can't afford it, and he's had to bump it down to $25, and he's had to bump it down even further. Miguel said, "When did you start this channel?" I started... Okay. Some of you guys are going to call fake news on this. So let me explain. I started the channel in 2010. Don't say fake news yet, because if you check my channel, you're going to see that it says 2011. So what's going on here? Is Chief lying? No, Chief is not lying. I started it in 2010. On the original channel was called Gamers WNJ. So Gamers with an S, WNJ. And we posted like 2 videos there called like Halo Fails and Halo Fails 2. And then we had this dickhead of a friend, right, who hacked our YouTube channel and deleted our videos. So I said, oh, go fuck yourself. And I was like 10 or something. So I started beating the guy up because I'm fucking 10. I'm a prick, right? I started a new channel, called it Gamer ZWNJ. Something went wrong with that. I don't know what went wrong. I think it was a technical thing, and it just didn't work. So we trashed that, and then we restarted as Gamer ZZWNJ, which is the current channel that has the date that you see. It's like September 2011 or some shit. That's not when we started. Like it was like back by a year. It's just this fucking dickhead went in and deleted all our videos. This guy, let me tell you a story about this guy. When we first started our channel, I wanted to be popular on YouTube. That's not what I'm sighing about. Okay, I wanted to be popular on YouTube, and so there's nothing to be ashamed there. Like, you want to be popular on YouTube, go be popular on YouTube, right? Nothing wrong with that. Except, for some reason, every single person in my class and every single person around me was the most toxic fucking, like, they're so toxic, you could put, let me think about a fucking analogy here. Right? They're so toxic, you could put the shit that comes out of your toilet into them, and that shit would burn. That's how toxic they are. And they don't want to see anybody succeed. They want everyone around them to fail. And this one dude in particular decided, you know what? Fuck Gamers WNJ. I'm going to start my own channel and compete with them. So here we are, me and Wayne, we just started our channel. We're having fun uploading Halo fail videos, which is just videos of us goofing around in Halo and whatnot. This dude decides to go, oh, we'll compete with him. Gamers WNJ at this point only has like 60 subs or some shit. So I'm going to start a new channel. I forget what it's called. And here's what I'm going to do. My strategy is to download game trailers and then re-upload them as my own. That's what that guy did. He uploaded, I remember, he ripped off the trailer for Prototype 2 at that time. And he re-uploaded that one, and it got like 100,000 views or some shit. And he got 1,000 subscribers. And he was flexing. He's like, look, Gamers WNJ is so shit. Look at my channel. I got 1,000 subscribers. It's so easy to get 1,000 subscribers. Look at these guys. They don't know what they're doing. Come watch me and stuff. Like, what? Bro, that's not even your content, man. And why are you so happy about watching someone, like, why are you so happy about squishing someone else down? And then everyone else in the class is like, wow, this guy is doing so well. Fuck Gamers WNJ. Man. Like, come on. And it's not even like, it's not even like a thing where I want to make the channel big so I can get revenge on these guys. Like, I don't think about these guys. Like, these guys aren't on my mind. It's just like, that's just like the history of the channel and like the way we started. At that time, I would have cared. At that time, I wanted to beat the shit out of those people. But I'm a changed person. I'm not like that anymore. Kamatyan says, yo, Chafe, I have someone who's interested for that PewDiePie shop. Send in my email and copy the information for what to include in that email, please, Kamatyan. I'm saying that just because I've received fucking... I opened up voice acting for Levaslier at one point. Also, we need voice actors. I opened up voice acting for Levaslier for episode 1, like 2017 or whatever. And this dude writes in his application like his entire life story. I swear to God, I copied it into like a text document, and it's like 4 pages long. I was just like, bro, what? I didn't ask for that, man. Like, thank you. Also, thank you for subscribing, Joey. Like, thanks for sending all that information. Well, I'm glad to have you on, but man, you could have just told me that in person. I don't need to read a 4-page document on your life story, man. Darklight says, anyways, what I'm going to say is I'm not sure, hold on. I am for sure not a good animator, so I don't want to make a bad animation, but if you need anything else like thumbnails or editing more, I am here. Okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind. I did, by the way, receive... for anyone who's not on the Discord server, you can join in the link below. A lot of the stuff that's been happening so far has been on Discord, but I did ask everyone if they wanted to see a editing course from me. So if you guys didn't know, I'm a professional film editor. I graduated university with a Bachelor of Film at the age of 19. And I've done lots of film editing. I started at the age of 10. I'm about to turn 20 this year. So I've been doing film editing for about, 10 years. But I learned a lot of stuff all by myself. And it's a lot of unconventional tips and tricks that really speed up your workflow. If I do release a course, it'll mainly be aimed towards people who are doing new modern forms of media more than traditional film. So I'm talking about YouTube or like advertising or any of that sort of stuff. That's what my course would be for. Not so much for filmmakers, because it won't be. I mean, yeah, you could use them for cinematic stuff, but that's not the point for me. Josiah says, I personally found through personal experience, I don't particularly suit animation, I think. I mean, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Animation takes a very particular type of person to be able to sit through, just because the nature of animation is spending a whole lot of time working on something and then not being able to, to see the results until like twice the amount of render time. So patience is a massive thing that you learn from doing. First of all, you must have. And then you also learn from doing animations. Angelo says, have you tried... Shit. Sorry. My pen flew out of my hand there. Have you tried Skillshare to teach a course? No, I have not. I'm wondering if I should do it on Skillshare, if I should do it on Kajabi, or if I should do it on the other one that has slipped my mind. I'm looking into the perks and the benefits of each one, and then we'll figure that out. Josiah says, I'd say that, but what else can I do in Minecraft is essentially animation anyway, so that's what I'm talking about. Well, okay, well, I mean, here's where the business side comes in handy. But, like, here's the thing. If I turn TeamWnJ into full-on animation studio and we have a Minecraft animation department, how much would you be willing to pay? That question was for Josiah, but anyone else can answer that as well. Let's say you're doing something on YouTube and you want an animator and you're doing some Minecraft thing. How much would you be willing to pay a Minecraft animator? I forgot to finish what I was talking about earlier with the business thing. What the fuck is going on with this line? Come on, man. Thank you. Right. I forgot to finish what I was talking about with the business thing. Right. Udemy. Thank you, Darklight. Thank you. Correcting, yeah, welcome. So I said, so for the business side of things, I go, okay, we can do Minecraft animations, but mainly, like, you know how I talked about having 8 guys in the Dream Studio build in Minecraft that we built, and I had 8 seats for 8 animators, and I said 4 of them could be working on Lev, the other 4 could be doing money stuff, and I think I'm gonna go through with that plan. I think that's a solid plan, and so for right now, I'm looking for animators to come in to help with the PewDiePie thing. So I'm paying a solid 150 150 AU dollars for that, Australian dollars. That's like a completely separate thing. After I get into the studio stuff, we'll throw that formula out the window, right? But when we really get to TeamWnJ, and my ideal dream, and this is just off the top of my head right now, is to have 4 guys working on Levaslier, and these guys are going to be paid a flat rate. And so if we keep on doing that, by the time, in fucking give me a few more years, Levaslier should explode because we'll have more people working on the animations, meaning we can pump more episodes out more frequently, meaning we can drive in more fans, we can engage with them more, we can pump out more different types of content, and Levaslier can be self-sustainable. However, animators cost money, right? And if I want to start an animation studio, okay, so let's say, like right now, how do I get money from doing animation? Well, you have to find a high-paying client. Something like, say, for example, Rolex. Rolex pays a lot of money in order to, the watch company, and you see them on TV, and it's like, all it is, literally, is a watch floating in space. What do you have to do to animate that? You model the watch, you put textures on it, you make the camera fly around in circles and some shit, you add some text, and you render that, right? Simple and basic stuff. If you want that to look good, it'll take hours. Unfortunately, right now, I've got my hands so tied up with other stuff, I don't have time for that. I just realized this bogus text box. Let me get rid of that. Okay. So I need animators to help with that. So I need animators in order to get people to animate and then make money from Rolex. How do I pay animators without first getting the client? You see how that loop just doesn't work there? And so I've been busy trying to figure out a different strategy for that. Darklight has to go to school. I hope you watch the replay, Darklight. See ya and have fun at school. So the plan for that. And I'm fine with completely exposing all my business plans right now, because here's the thing. I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to business. I literally only studied one class of business, and the rest was from reading books, learning from that one scammer, and just learning from a whole bunch of different people. What's going on, Adam? I did notice you. I just didn't read your name out. I'm sorry. So I'm fine with exposing my plans because, again, in the next few years, if I ever come back, I can rewatch this stream, listen to my own business plans, and think, wow, you're a dumb cunt. Which I probably will do. So right now, what I'm planning is we'll go... I need to find people who are freelancers who want to contract with me. So or alternatively, I could be some sort of consultant thing. What I would do is find a bunch of freelancers and say, hey, if you sign this contract, I'll be able to find more business for you or some shit. This is just for example, right? And we'll find a whole bunch of them. And then you ask them, hey, can I use your show reel as part of the team show reel so that we can get more customers in? And I'm not going to limit them to say that they can only get work from me. I'm saying if you sign with me, we can get you extra work. And so I can use their portfolios in order to attract more customers. And then we use that when we attract one big customer like Rolex or some shit. And then because I've built up a network of like 5 to 6 different freelancers, you go to all 5 or 6 of them and you say, hey, Rolex wants to work with you. You want to work with Rolex? Of course you want to work with Rolex. Big money. Let's work. And then that will be able to kick us off. And I don't know how many times I have to do that, but I feel like that's a solid strategy. Vipel says why he needs to cancel it. Angelo did answer. He says he needs more animators to finish it, otherwise it will be canceled. Thank you. Yes, that's exactly it. Angelo is correct. Right now, we don't have enough time or animators to create to finish the PewDiePie animation because we have to work on the other types of animations on this channel, and that matters more to me than the PewDiePie animation. However, I do know that everyone wants to watch that PewDiePie animation, so I'm looking for 2 animators to join into TeamWnJ to help finish this PewDiePie animation, and they will be paid 150 Australian dollars. If you want to apply and you're an animator, check the description below. There is an email there. Send an email to that email address, only including the information that I requested below that email link. Try not to put other stuff in there. I don't need your life story. Please and thank you. I hate the fact that I have to say that every single time just because someone's done it before. Oh shit. By the way, because Josiah has to go. Okay, see ya, Josiah. Have fun at work tomorrow. Cookie on Discord asked me the other day. She's like, "Oh, why don't you go daily?" And I go, "You don't just upload videos daily onto YouTube. That's not a decision that you just make. Like, it takes a lot of time and planning in order to make daily YouTube videos." But I said, I could go back into doing weekly videos. It's just, I wonder what I would do weekly about, because the tutorials I ran out of ideas for. Yes, I could remake some older tutorials. I could totally do that. But I do want to work on Levaslier more. I love Levaslier. So I thought to myself, they said to me, they were like, why not try to work on a spin-off series? And I thought to myself, wait a second, a spin-off series. I did think of doing a spin-off series, but that would be after Levaslier Season 1, not before. But if I did a spin-off series that's a minute to 30 seconds long every episode, and I did those weekly, that could help grow Levaslier. It won't focus on the main Levaslier characters. However, I do have a few guys that I plan to make a spin-off of, and they're staring at you right now. These guys will be in the main Levaslier story. However, as I was writing these 3 guys, I was like, dude, these guys are fun. They're fun. Each of them have their own specific personality. So I thought to myself, I'm going to give you guys a little spoiler into what we're planning for the new short series that we're going to be doing on this channel. They're going to be complete shorts. I don't know if they're going to be canon to Levaslier or not. They could or they could not be. Doesn't matter. But one of the situations would be, let's say these 3 are Hemorrhage Knights. These 3 are Royal Hemorrhage Knights. They work at the castle. One day they're walking down in the castle, and the castle blacksmith has lost his hammer. And so the blacksmith goes up to this gentleman over here and this gentleman over here, Gundrum and Richard. And he goes and he says, good sir, I have lost my hammer. Have you seen it anywhere? And a melodrama would begin, because Gundrum over here likes to take things he likes to blow things out of the water. wow, Richard is gullible as hell. And he also, we wrote this dude. We wrote Richard so that he writes in a way, sorry, he talks in a way that everything he says is like not understandable. As in, instead of talking, he would try to find a way to audibly vocalate his thoughts. He basically tried to turn everything into Old English and then mix in a whole bunch of complex like jargon just to make the sentence a whole lot longer. So if you guys remember the example during the Aether stream, I was talking about overcomplicating your job titles. That's what inspired Richard. So the guy who overcomplicated his job title from chef to creative culinary artist, and the dude who overcomplicated janitor to like sanitary agent or some shit. That gave a lot of inspiration into everything that Richard says. So every single sentence is gonna be some long ass bullshit that doesn't make sense. And so these two are gonna be fucking melodramatic as fuck, thinking that someone stole the fucking blacksmith's hammer and someone has intruded the castle, and they're all gonna be like they all gotta search every single a servant in the castle because someone's clearly stolen it. But Henry in the middle here, he is the picture perfect image of a medieval knight. You know, he's very chivalrous, he's very righteous, he's very serious all the time. And so that's going to be the clashing personality in these three. That's going to be a great trio. I think that these three have such good potential to be fan favorites. Like, everyone's going to love them so much. Because every time I see them, I'm like, fuck, I really want to write these guys. These guys are so fun to write. And these guys, these three weren't even in the original Levaslier. Like, these guys came in 2017. While the main cast, like, everyone that you see on this shirt, everyone here was from 2014. Not even that. No, they were like from 2012. So these guys have been here for a long ass time. But everyone on screen right now, these guys are all new. Welcome them to the cast. Vigal says earlier that he's learning animation right now and not pro in it, just a freshman. That's great. That's great. I love new animators. Obviously this job isn't for you if you're a new animator. However, I love the fact that you're starting. I love the fact that you're watching videos on an animator like me, and you can learn from people like me. I've got lots of tutorials online that you can learn from, and yeah, I wonder where you're going. I wonder where you're going with your animation journey. We'll have to see in a few years. Slush Film says, by the way, I'm still watching, just not talking. I may go in a bit. All right, that's cool, Slush Films. That's cool. It's called lurking. There you go, new term. Come Time says, I'm actually considering applying now. The $150 is a lot of money that I could use. How much animation is needed to be animated? That's a question that I still have to answer. Because Force Arts is here. Hey, Force Arts. Hold on. I've seen Force Arts before. I'm not sure if I don't know where I've seen you before, but someone sent me an application you made. You like my animations? Sorry, I don't remember who you are off the top of my head, Force Arts, but I am looking for animators. Use the link in the description to apply. There's an email link down there. Make sure you read carefully what I want from that email. Again, guys, if you don't have a CV, that's completely fine. I'm not looking for a CV. I don't care about your CV. I want to talk with people, like, after you apply. I want to actually talk with you guys just to make sure, like, you know, we can get along and we can work. As to Cam's question on how much is needed to be animated, I'll have to figure that out. But all I'm asking for is animation between Pewds and whoever he's interacting with. So I don't need you guys to animate background characters. I don't need you guys to render. I don't need you guys to light anything. All I want is the basic scene setup and the basic animation. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to put in background characters. I'm going to put in the lights. And I'm going to put in... and I'm going to actually render it. Also, you guys get credit as well. I'm not just going to upload it and say that I did it all by myself. Of course, you guys get credit as well. If you want to, you could include that in your show reel and say that, and, you know, you gotta... one of my animations have 1 million views on YouTube or some shit, you know? Like, that'd be pretty nice for you. Andrea says, I'm excited to see them alive in the animation. Such good voice, right? We haven't even made their Minecraft skins yet. I have to make their Minecraft skins. I just noticed what's going on here with my cup. Interesting how that works. Oh my god. It's hammer time, says Angelo. By the way, you should shout out Panda. Her fan art of Henry is great. Oh fuck yeah, I should. Okay, guys. So somehow Panda Henry or whatever, her genius ass managed to somehow slip into one of our chats, scroll up way to the top, and found this screenshot that I completely forgotten about, the original scan. And she goes ahead and she says, wow, the dude in the middle looks sick. I'm going to draw him. And I go, what the fuck? Where'd you find this image? Also, sure, go ahead and draw him. And so she ended up drawing this. Let me see if I can find it over in fan art. But this is fucking amazing. Right? Take a look at this. Okay, so I'm in the Discord channel right now, and we're in the fan art section. Look at that. That's fucking Henry. In, like, real life, man. That's so sick. Like, that is incredible how that looks. I love it so much. Ah. Fuck. It looks so good. I'm so happy to have you guys as my fans, because you guys are so talented as well, and you guys just like, oh, it makes me happy every single time I see you guys making stuff because of me. Force Art says, while I make brutal and realistic Minecraft animations, I have around 10k subs. Maybe you have seen me in the top 10 animations. Maybe. I'm also pretty busy though. I have an actual job. I'm also in driving school. Not much time right now. Maybe sometime later if you're looking for animators. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's cool. I don't care about how many subscribers you have. I get that it's a proving point, because you gotta be a good animator to get 10k subs. I get that. Don't worry. That guy, anyone who doesn't have 10k subs, I'm not judging you based on your subscribers. I'm judging people who are applying based on like two things. One, your animation ability. Two, your ability to cooperate with me. And if you can get those two done, that's good. Like, I'm not sure if I asked for an age. I might have asked for age. I don't want to ask for age because there are some pretty mature 16-year-olds out there. And there are some pretty immature fucking 50-year-olds out there as well. Bless Panda indeed. Angelo says Resi Evil Henry. That's not Henry. That's fucking the White Death over on my shirt. Ignore fucking ArcDoc being transparent again. It's the White Death over here on my shirt. That's her interpretation of him. Vic Pole says, I don't think I can help you with animation right now, but I'm hoping I'm learning. I hope I can help you in the future. I really hope. Hey, don't hope. Actually do it, Vipol, are you learning Minecraft animation, or are you learning just plain animations? Because either way, I'm looking for an animator, period. I don't care if you do Minecraft stuff. It'd be better. It'd actually be better if you knew how to do more than just Minecraft stuff, because that's where we're expanding to in the future. So, like, I don't care if you can't help me now. But if anything, I hope that I'm able to teach you so that in the future you can actually join us, especially when we're a bigger company and we can actually pay people like really good money in order to do the things that they love. Kamatayan says, I have 6 years of animations experience. Do I win? I mean, you instantly win the first criteria. Yeah, you instantly check off animation experience, because I've seen your work as well. You're a fucking great animator. The only thing now is we need to get into a call, and we need to figure out whether we can cooperate or not. There's that. By the way, if anyone's judging my my drawing skills right now, I am by no means a digital artist. I'm not good at drawing digital stuff. Vic Pole says, yes, I'm doing a special course on animation, 3D, and visual effects. Very nice. I started off doing, actually, my primary role is still a visual effects artist, Vic Pole. I started off 10 years ago doing visual effects, and editing, and film editing. That's my background. I only started animating, like, I started learning how to animate in 2013. So there you go. Shirocraft says, I'm autodidact animators? What does autodidact mean? Is that a word? Am I stupid? Is that a word? I feel like I'm a bit special, and I don't understand that word. Andrea, do you mind doing me a favor right now and checking if that's a word or not? Thanks. Man, this shoulder joint. Come on. Angelo says, hey, if you can draw with a Wacom tablet and use Photoshop, you're already above average. Am I, though? I mean, my drawings come out pretty average on digital. Because, I mean, look, anyone can pick up a tablet. It doesn't take much work to pick up a Wacom tablet, plug it into Photoshop, and then start drawing into it. Angelo says, I forget that average people are stupid with technology. I don't think that's average, is it? I think that's just I think that's just stupid people. Oh, Camatine, thank you, Cam. Also welcome though. Autodidact means self-taught. Thank you. I too am I'm an autodidact animator. I'm autodidact everything, to be honest. There's not autodidact means I'm learning not from school but from YouTube and something. Meaning self-learning. Yeah, dude. So am I. Everything that you're seeing right now, whether it's drawing or animation or film editing or visual effects, everything. I'm all self-taught, and I love it that way. I mean, yeah, okay, Julian, you went to film school, you got a bachelor in film. Clearly, you're not self-taught. Yes and no. I mean, I've learned stuff at school. I'm not gonna say school didn't teach me anything. However, most of the stuff that school has taught me, I've already known, and that's not me flexing. That's just the way it is. Well, I mean, by the time listen, I started in 2010. I entered university in 20 I entered university in 2018. So I've already had 8 years of editing experience by the time I entered university. Of course I know quite some stuff. Dell says you don't seem very energetic today. I've got a cold. My throat is completely throttled. My physical energy is being completely drained. I'm struggling to keep my eyes open. My mental energy has been exhausted. I'm completely drained right now, but I'm still going to stream anyway because I do want to talk with you guys. By the way, my mental energy being drained doesn't mean I'm not motivated and I don't want to talk. Like, I still want to do everything. I still want to jump up and be energetic and shout and scream and whatnot. But my body, like my physical body right now is so weak. I literally can't do it. Oh, Vicpol says his drawing skills are nice. He's drawn PewDiePie and Marja. Nice, very nice. Hey, Vicpol, you should join our Discord server. Use the link below, join our Discord server, and you can share your work there. I mean, you can show off, or you can also ask for feedback as well, because we've got a whole bunch of other animators and creative people in there. Love to have you on. Let's get well soon, Chief. Thank you. I'm not exactly sure whether I have a cold yet or not, but I mean, I've got a sore-ass throat. My nose is clogged up. It feels like someone poured lava into my mouth, and it's getting stuck in the back of my damn throat right now. And I'm also physically drained. I feel like those are all signs of a cold or something. But I mean, I can't really tell. I haven't gone to a doctor or anything. Come on. Del says being sick really makes you appreciate when you're normal. Okay, there's a I said the same sentence but with different words when I broke my thumb. Cuz I dislocated my thumb. I dislocated my thumb and I was like, dislocating your thumb really makes you appreciate not dislocating your thumb. You start to realize how much your thumb actually does. Like if you ask someone, oh, you got 10 fingers, which would be the worst finger to break? Most of the time people are gonna say like the index finger or the middle finger, because with the index finger you like point at shit, and with the middle finger you flick people off, right? But when you lose your thumbs, here's the biggest problem. Here's my phone, right? You see how I'm holding my phone and how I'm scrolling down? Now imagine doing that without a thumb. Cause that's just like, oh shit, now I gotta use this hand to scroll up, or you gotta do one of these ones. And it's just ridiculous. Yeah. Don't break your thumbs, guys. Keep your thumbs intact, keep your body healthy. Look out when you're doing jujitsu. Don't put your arm back when you're holding onto a guillotine choke, because that's how I broke my thumb. Shirocraft says in Indonesia it's also so many people getting cough too. Yeah, no, dude, even in Australia, in all of Australia, I'm seeing everyone get sick. This week, usually we got 8 people up over in the office. We got 2. It's just me and like one of my supervisors. You know, like it's just 2 people for like the past entire week. Finley and Reese says, what are you doing right now? I'm drawing drawing 3 of the characters from my web series Levaslier. If you're wondering what's going on with the PewDiePie animation, right now we don't have the animation power and the time power to be making another PewDiePie animation. So it will be cancelled unless we can find 2 more animators to join into TeamWnJ and help make the animations. You can apply. You can apply if you're an animator using by sending an email to the email address in the description below. And the payout will be 150 Australian dollars once we finish the project. Kamatayan did ask a question of how much do we have to animate. I'm still trying to figure that one out. However, the job mainly consists of you animating PewDiePie plus whatever he's interacting with. You don't have to do background characters. You don't have to do rendering. You don't have to do lighting. You don't have to do any of that. I'll be doing all of that. All you got to do is animate. Just like literally just animate, and that's it. Yeah, sure. I know it's somewhere in Indonesia right now. It's probably hot as fuck over there as well. I came back from Hong Kong a few weeks ago, and my sunburns finally faded off. But during one of the streams, I looked like a lobster. I still look like a lobster because I'm wearing a fucking red suit right now. But my skin was like a lobster. Die Myself says, how is it going, bro? My name is Jeb. What's going on, Die Myself? Welcome back. Sorry I don't sound very energetic today. I've got a cold. Or I believe I've got a cold. I'm not exactly sure yet. Solar's here. What's going on, Solar? Welcome. He says, bros... Excuse me. Bros, I finally returned... What? Where did the comment go? I finally returned home and Julian talks about fingers and whatnot to break. Angela says, I bet you're a normal temperature. Sore throats. Yeah, I feel hot. Weird enough, I'm currently too. I had a cold yesterday and currently recovering. It's probably some weird flu season again, isn't it? Yeah. Welcome to the Discord server, Vipul. Solar also says, the feel here in my area gets too cold when raining. Dude, fuck raining, man. Dude, the other on fucking okay, guys, do you have trouble getting up on Mondays? I usually have problem getting up, period. Because I'm a night owl, so I work from like 4 or 2 p.m. is when I usually wake up. 2 p.m. sometimes 4 p.m. is when I wake up, and I work all the way until 5 a.m. That's on a day that I don't have to go to work, so that's like a Sunday, right? Or a Saturday rather. So I sleep at 5 a.m. So you gotta imagine that when my time schedule is like that, and I have to go to work on a Monday morning, it tends to be a bit weird for my brain. So this one Monday morning, I woke up, and then I'm just rolling around in bed because I'm like, fuck, I gotta go to work today. I'll probably lay down for a few more minutes because I'm gonna be a bit early anyway, so it's fine. All of a sudden, I kid you not, I'm just laying around in bed. I'm like, scrolling through my Facebook and whatnot. It was quiet. I go, what the fuck? And I like kind of pop up a little bit. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? And like, I peek out the little window in my bedroom. I'm like, it went from dry to almost flooding in 10 seconds. And that loud ass noise, that only lasted like 10 seconds. So I swear to God, a cloud must have gone like, whoom, like right over my house and just left a fucking pile of like, you know how rains usually come down like in droplets and whatnot? Imagine if 10 fucking rain clouds got condensed into one block and everything just came out as one block of water. That's like what happened. I swear to God, I looked outside, I'm like, what the fuck? That was 10 seconds, man. How? Either way, the temperature dropped fucking 10 degrees from that point onwards. Because I saw that, I was like, Jesus Christ. I walk over to the bathroom and I'm feeling the temperature drop. Because I'm in like my sleeping clothes. I'm just like trying to get my hair ready and whatnot. I'm just like, fuck that. I'm shaking now. God damn. Solar says, what are you drinking right now, by the way? I'm not drinking alcohol because I have a feeling I'm getting sick. This is some sort of Chinese tea in an invisible cup. Are you guys impressed yet? Clearly, I'm drinking nothing. I'm drinking the fluids of the gods. Whatever. Interpret that however the way you want. Pile of old water. Doll says had a really bad migraine yesterday. Oh, for the study that you're examining for, the exam that you're studying for. You know what? I had a bit of time to think about stuff. I've been thinking about lots of stuff recently. My fucking Josiah was here earlier, and I was talking to Josiah about a cognitive dissonance, which is when your thoughts and your beliefs don't correlate, or they contradict each other. And so one example of this is if you're a smoker and you know smoking is unhealthy, but you still smoke. So there's something wrong there, and it's a cognitive dissonance. Your brain doesn't agree with that, and you're in a mood where it doesn't really work. I'm in that mood right now, so I had a lot of time to think about different things. Not for smoking. I don't smoke. Don't smoke. Drugs are bad. Not even once. I'm confused because Solar says new rig I'm in. I'm not sure what you mean by that. TeamWnJ, sorry, Die Myself says you have to watch Ian Hubert. He makes a lazy tutorial. I've already been watching that, Die Myself. I've already been watching. Dude, let me pull something up for you. So, this dude, Ian Hubert, he makes like 60-second tutorials in Blender, and he teaches people how to make things really quickly. And I love that because it shows that you can do stuff very quickly and be productive and make something that looks quite artistic and nice. I thought to myself, oh, well, I'm not in Blender. Why don't I take a look at one of his videos and then see if I can recreate that in cinema? Just because, I like learning. This is how I learn. I practice and I experiment with stuff. So, this is what I created. In one of his tutorials, he showed off how to create moths, I'm not sure what came out of my mouth there. And so I tried to recreate this in cinema, and this is my final result. So you see a bunch of moths there, and they all track this ball thing, and it's kind of cool. There you go. Not as nice as his one. This one took me like, I don't know how long this one took me to do, maybe like 30 minutes or some shit. But it was a nice experiment. I've wondered to myself if I want to make a tutorial on this or not, but I mean, should I make a tutorial on this? I don't know. You guys tell me. There you go. Bunch of moths flocking towards the lamp. Nothing too impressive. Oh, Vippo just dropped his PewDiePie paintings on Discord. That's cool. Angelo said, oh, hey, I just noticed Night Owl's here. What's going on, Night Owl? Welcome to the live stream. Also, DJ Astro 11 says you get very less views. Yeah, exactly, dude. That's the point. I explained. Okay, here's the thing. I explained that we ran out of we don't have enough animators to do the PewDiePie animation. But the second thing is, right? Here's the thing, because you're gonna say to me, oh, if you don't have enough animators, you can still do it by yourself, right? You're just being lazy, chief. Okay, no, not exactly. Because consider how much I have to work on right now. I've got the PewDiePie animation I gotta do. I gotta work on the Levaslier manga, and people have been requesting that I start doing a weekly Levaslier series, and I want to do that. And I've also got to do these live streams every single week, so I've got quite a lot of stuff to do. That amount of stuff should not be the workload for one person, because all the content that's going to come out is going to be rushed and shitty. That or it's not going to come out at all, because everyone has a limited amount of juice that they can pump into work before they burn out. That's one thing. Second of all, if I do animate this PewDiePie animation all by myself, how much longer do you think it will take me? Because the amount of technical issues and the amount of problems that I've had so far, I mean, the amount of complicated animations that I might have to do all by myself, I'm not sure if I can do yet. It might take me a while. And you guys need to understand how trends work. Trends go up and then go back down. As someone who does web marketing, as someone who does YouTube and does YouTube consulting and whatnot, I have a very keen eye for trends, and I see how they go up and down. I can predict what's going to go up next. I can predict when they go down. That's just from experience. And the PewDiePie thing is going to go down soon. So by the time that my slow ass finishes the PewDiePie animation, that trend graph would have gone down past the point at which I would like it. So I'm spending more time making this PewDiePie animation for a longer period of time for less views, while I instead could be working on something I love like Levaslier and not care about the views because I just love the project so much. Like, I can choose one or the other. Alternatively, I can create a third option for myself because life is never black and white. I created a third option and I said, okay, well, how can I get this PewDiePie animation out in a timely manner before this trend starts dropping? And the solution to that is to ask other animators to come in and help me. So that's exactly what we're doing right now. So if anyone just joined in, the live stream, you can check the description right now. There's a email address there. If you want to be an animator for TeamWnJ to make this PewDiePie animation, send an email to that address. Please read the description. where that email is so you don't send me stuff that I don't need. The payout for this job will be 150 Australian dollars. We'll talk more, by the way, if you're interested. Just send me an email and we'll talk more from there. I don't care about your CV. I mentioned that before. I don't care about your CV. Include it in there if you have one, because that solves me from asking a whole bunch of questions. But if you don't have one, that's fine. Solar says, by the way, the new rig I'm in, see Angelo's comments before, did I miss something? I only see Paolo. Okay. How about having a new rig for your models? What do you mean, for these models? Well, I prefer sticking with the same. I get that winkiness is, like a little nod. I get that, but I prefer having the same rig for all my characters in Levaslier, because if an animator ever comes in and they're not me, they're not gonna know which rig is rig and then which rig which rig is which. So yeah, it just avoids a bit of confusion there. What? Angelo says bees, chief. Use it for the bees. Oh, the bee. Oh, you're right. Yeah, bees animation. What should I make it chase though? Like the fucking wither or some shit? The ender dragon? Can bees kill the ender dragon? I know you guys got that in your recommended. Everyone got that in their recommended. Dell says, I think you should focus on Levaslier. I do want to focus on Levaslier. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. I mean, Cookie asked me if I could start doing a weekly, start doing weekly uploads again. And I said, I ran into tutorial ideas. That's why I stopped doing weekly uploads. However, I could start remaking some old tutorials and adding some new information. That is possible. And then she gave the idea of starting a new short series, like a spin-off of Levaslier. And I was like, ooh, I wanted to do a spin-off for Levaslier for a while now. But it would be after season 1, not before. But then when she said that, I was like, you know what? She's right. If I did make a spin-off series, I could make that weekly, like a short 30 to 1 minute animation, weekly animation of Levaslier's spin-off series, and it would be featuring these 3 gentlemen that you see right over here. So that's what we're planning right now, and that's also why we need more people on the team to help animate, because we'll be doing more stuff now. By the way, just a quick note. After we do the PewDiePie thing, I'm going to be asking people to join into TeamWnJ officially. So you will officially be part of TeamWnJ. That does not mean you will be working on Levaslier instantly. Because what I need now is not people to work on Levaslier. What I need now is people to work for clients like Rolex and high-paying clients, high-level clients, and we're just going to make ads. Right? I know that might not sound interesting for you guys, but the money should sound interesting. And that's what that's mainly for. Because once we get the money rolling in and we're able to hire more people in, that will take the load of stress off of everybody. We'll be able to make money, and we'll be able to do the things that we love at the same time. So if you can picture yourself working for TeamWnJ, change up the picture a little bit, because when you first join in, you'll be working with me. You're not going to be working yourself. You're going to be working with me to make ads and shit for big-time, high-paying companies. That's the goal. Solar says, if I will be on TeamWnJ as of now, I'll be technical support or some side animations, practicing timing, though. That's cool. I mean, listen, I don't want to spend time... When it comes to... most of you guys aren't business savvy, and neither am I, by the way. And it might sound a bit cruel when I say this, but I'm not... When it comes to the business side of things, I don't want to train people. Because spending time training people... Why would I spend time training someone if I could just hire someone who knows what they're doing and waste less time? I mentioned this to Darklight the other day. Darklight, I hope you're still watching now. How's it going in school? You watching the replay now? How you doing? I remember you. Mwah. He asked a bit of business stuff, and I gave him a riddle, and he solved it. Good job, Darklight. I said to him, he asked me what can I do with $1, and I said, well, $1 doesn't really matter. And I thought about it a little bit. I was like, okay, hang on. Here's what. If you're 13 years old and you're starting to think about money, that's a lot better than when I was 13 years old and I was fucking thinking about ArcDoc and Levaslier and whatnot. It's a good thing, but like whatever, right? I said to him, okay, here, I'll teach you what I know about money, but I don't know that much about money. So instead of wasting that $1, how about you invest that $1 into me so I can give you the knowledge back? of what I know, right? So I know how to make $1. I can easily make $1. I've made multiple dollars. So I said, okay, you pay me $1, I'll teach you how to make another $1 back, or like a few dollars back. And while I was talking about that, I said, if you can't pay me, that's fine, because ultimately you still want the knowledge of how to make more money. So instead of spending the $1, what is another thing that you can spend that is more valuable than money? And I gave him that riddle, and after a while he figured it out. It was time. And it's true, because you cannot everyone has a limited amount of time. You cannot earn more time, you cannot get time back, and you, most importantly, cannot create time. So when it comes to a business perspective, I don't want to waste time teaching someone how to make an animation. I just want them to know it. So there's that. That's why I'm not having trainees come in yet. When we have enough money that I can comfortably waste my quote unquote waste my time teaching someone, which it's not going to be a waste, because I love teaching people and I love inspiring and I love just giving people opportunities. Until we get to that spot, I'm afraid I can't have anyone who doesn't know what they're doing in yet. Vippo says, I can work for free if you want. At least I'll get to learn more. Message me. That sounds that exactly. That right there is a fucking good offer right there. Vippo, you know what you're talking about. I encourage so many people to do that. Okay, I'm interested. Message me. Email me. Okay, pretend this is an actual job offer, Vippo. Maybe it's your first one. I don't know how old you are. I don't really care. Pretend it's legit. Message me in using the email below. I mean, by the way, this is legit. This is an actual job, right? Like it's a short freelance job, but it's an actual job. I know you guys might not be too experienced. You guys might be kids, not much experience in the business world or making money. That's fine. I can guide you through this like a little bit. This is not the money making part yet. This is just getting that PewDiePie thing done. Like I just want that thing done. Solar says, oh, I think there can be a system where if accepted, they can undergo training until they get official. That is true. I mean, I spent many years on YouTube making these tutorials for a very good reason. And I'm not sure if anyone clicked until, like, I've said this before. I'm not sure if you guys haven't heard it before, maybe it's clicked. The tutorials that I've been making on YouTube are made so I can train people to learn how to animate, so that in a few years' time, when they watch my tutorials, they come back and they're like, hey man, I learned how to animate from you. Can I work with you now? That's the point. Also, I genuinely like sharing my knowledge. Solar says, maybe a weekly animated draft before they get official, but do that on school documentary team before they get official. I mean, if I don't, here's the thing, Solar. I don't want to test people to see if they're official or not. Like, if you get in, you're in. Like, I don't need any tests or anything. Like, if you're qualified to be an animator, you're qualified to be an animator. I don't need like any of the other BS, because that to me is just more time wasted. I don't need like more time wasted. Angelo said something about buying happiness. If you think money can't buy you happiness, you haven't looked hard enough, or you're broke. Because money can indeed buy happiness. It's not true that money can't buy happiness. By the way, Darklight. No, I probably shouldn't be saying this, because I did put everything behind the $1 paywall. Is anyone interested in this $1 offer to hear what I have to say? I can bridge that out anyway. If anyone wants to spend $1 to hear what I have to say about earning $1 back, or more philosophy and whatnot. Not today, because I'm fucking sick as hell. But if anyone else is interested, I kid you not, $1. I'm gonna go buy coffee with it. Anjo says if you can buy food with money, then I'm happy. Yeah, I mean, have you guys heard of, like, I believe it's called Maslow's hierarchy, but I may be wrong on the name there. It's this pyramid that shows what people need in life in order to live a successful and healthy life. And like basically the bottom of the pyramid, which is the most important part, is like you have to have this first. If you don't have this, you can't get anything else. It's like fundamental survival, like shelter, food, and water, and all that shit. And then next is like relationships or friends or whatever. And then I missed a level, and then the level above that is like hopes and dreams, and then the final one is self-actuation, which is like you going out and doing the things that you love. But I learned that hierarchy when I was in business class way back, like in high school. That still sticks by me now. So I think you guys should look into that if you haven't already. What the fuck's going on with this armor here? Isn't that sharp? That's supposed to be sharp, right? Why is that not sharp in the drawing? What? Was I high when I drew this? What's going on here? There we go. Perfect. Right. Today, you know what? Today I actually wanted to do the I actually wanted to draw these guys' skins. Oh, Ashcraft says, "What is this all about?" Basically, so what you're watching on screen right now has nothing to do with the topic. What I'm drawing right now are characters for my web series Levaslier that's going on this channel. But more importantly, what you're probably here for is to hear what happened with the PewDiePie animation. So right now, we don't have enough animation power or time to make the PewDiePie, to like completely finish the PewDiePie animation. So we need to look for extra animators to come on in order to finish it. Otherwise, if we can't find any more animators, we're going to have to cancel that animation. If you are an animator yourself, Ashcraft, and you're interested in joining, look into the description down below. There's an email there. Send an email to that address. Make sure you read carefully what I want. And if you get chosen to be one of the 2 animators to help out on this project, you will be paid 150 Australian dollars upon completion. Angelo says, oh, by the way, real quick. Guys, if you're not an animator yourself, but you know someone who is an animator and would be interested in taking this, send them this fucking, I don't know, you can't send them the entire live stream. Like, let them know. Angelo says, I think it was being covered by the elbow guard thing. You think so? That doesn't make sense, because if that's under the elbow guard, it would pick up the elbow guard. By the way, guys, just a quick thing for you to think about. If y'all ever are drawing armor, I don't understand why people do this, right? But take a look at Richard's like chest piece here. It's like this shape, right? And then he's got this little underbit that sticks outwards, and then it goes like this little inner bit, right? I don't understand why people draw armor where, see this bit here, this one goes outwards, right? This goes out like that way. People draw armor that goes in like the inwards, and then this goes sharp. I don't know if you guys see the problem here. Maybe if you don't know, too much about medieval armor, you might not know this. But people need to bend over. So if you bend over and you're Richard and you bend over and your armor looks like that, so you bend this way, where's that gonna go? That's right, it's going to stab into your stomach. You will die. So if you're ever designing armor, think about that. Articulation matters. Where you put especially this is called medieval plate armor. If you're doing plate armor, think about which parts of the body needs to bend, and don't put armor there. Don't put armor on the inside of like the elbow bend, or like the inside of the armpit, or behind the knees, because you can't, if there's armor, you can't bend that. So food for thought, guys. Solar says, I don't know if it's, I don't know why I read John Wooden. I read fucking John Wick. No, it's not John Wooden. It's definitely not John Wooden. Maslow's, oh yeah, it is Maslow's hierarchy. See, I remember it. Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right over here. First one is physiological needs, food, water, warmth. Then it's security and safety, like shelter and whatnot, I think. Then it's relationships. Then it's esteem. That's the one. And then self-actualization. There you go. Maslow's hierarchy. Good for people to know. Ashcraft says, why don't you draw a helmet? Because these are... You're gonna notice a trend with a lot of characters in shows and whatnot. I'm guilty for falling for this as well. And I don't think that this is a big problem, right? But main characters in shows don't wear helmets. Because if a main character wears a helmet, you can't see who they are. And so any key character in Levaslier won't wear a helmet. Just because we need to be able to identify who they are. Yeah, what's going on with these retractions? With these, yeah, message retractions. Okay, what's going on here? Solar says, oh, wait, that's the actual pyramid one my teacher showed before. I forgot what the... Yeah, there you go, Maslow's period. Pyramid, period. Maslow's period. I can't draw... I'm not exactly sure what his hands are doing there when I was first drawing that. I might have to redraw the hands there. I have no idea what's going on. Ashcraft says, what about a mask? I mean... Look, if a character were to wear a mask, that would be part of, like, their design. Right? Like, these guys don't usually wear masks. When you think of a person who wears a mask in design, those people are typically the ones who do, like, stealthy shit. I don't know if that's just me or not. Because when I think of that, what I think of is Shay Cormac from Assassin's Creed Rogue. And I also think of Emily Caldwin from Dishonored 2. Those two both have these little masks. Oh, Watch Dogs as well. Watch Dogs. Fucking the dude from the first game. They all do the thing where they pull that up. But they're all sneaky beaky. That's what instantly pops into my mind. None of these guys are sneaky beaky. Goblin Slayer, says Angelo. Oh, goddamn. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Chafe and Arkosh both wear helmets as well. Yeah, but I meant not a fully face-covered helmet. If they do have a face-covered helmet, they rarely show their actual face. Think of Goblin Slayer, think of Master Chief, Noble Six, Halo series, you know, all these guys. They rarely wear their helmets, and if they do wear full, like, face-covering helmets, they rarely show their face. Solar says, by the way, the armor with the thing can actually stab the stomach. It depends on the surface detail, if it's plate or chainmail. You mean mine right now? No, this is, see, if this was his body, that's where his titties would be. Then this would be, like, the sick abs. So even if that can't bend. You can't bend your titty. So this won't work. And then this goes upwards, so it's not going to poke into anything. What the hell did I just draw? So this is based on the center guy. He's probably holding his shield sticking... oh, you mean for Henry? Oh, you mean like this bit there? Potentially, yeah, you're right. I should probably make that a bit flatter like that. Yeah, you're right. Even here, I think... No. On this part, I've actually drawn a line there because this goes outwards. So it goes... Imagine... So this one goes in and up like that. Then this sticks out and this curves back outwards there. This spike here, I've been wondering about as well. Because I feel like having a spike pointing towards... No, okay. You know what this was? Okay, I remember now. This one doesn't point towards his chin. This one points outwards. And the reason being, this one, I remember why I did this. Yeah. I was watching a video on people shooting armor, medieval plate armor with arrows. And what happens is, so let's pretend this is like an arrow. Okay, it's an actual arrow. Let's pretend it's an arrow shot from a bow. What happens when it hits the chest plate is it will bounce off, and because this is rounded, right, it'll either glaze off that way, or like it'll glaze off that way, or it'll just snap. That or bounce upwards. The problem with it bouncing upwards is that if there's nothing here, it's going to go straight into the guy's head. So that's why this bit sticks outwards a little bit. So that when the arrow goes up, it will hit that and it'll go outwards instead of into the guy's head. There you go. That's why I did that. So that's not actually going to spike him because it's past his cheek. Sorry, his chin, rather, my bad. Bend your titty. That says Angelo. Oh, bend your titty is going to be added to the dictionary. Ashcraft says a guy with a sword, shield, and what is that? It's better to make him a bow. No, well, this isn't the main cast of Levaslier. This is the spin-off series that we're making, and these 3 guys are just side characters in the main story. So these guys are supposed to be, when I designed these guys in the actual show, these guys are medieval knights, like, period, solid medieval knights. Most of the reason I gave him a sword and shield for Henry is because Henry he's the epitome of a medieval knight. If you think of a medieval knight, you should be thinking of Henry. Like, he acts that way. He uses sword and shield that way. It's the most typical and stereotypical, like, equipment that a knight can have. And then over here with Richard, he uses a longsword, because what the longsword allows us to do is be able to show what a different type of medieval knight, a more historically accurate one. Because if someone is in full plate armor, like they all are, you don't need a shield. You really don't. That's why plate armor was invented, so that you don't have to hold a shield, so that you can hold a longer sword. In this scenario, it's a long sword, and range and reach in combat matters. And so with a longsword, it also allows us to do different types of fancy moves, especially during the fight choreography. Some of them you guys might have seen on Scaligrim's channel and whatnot, where you flip the sword backwards, so you hold it by the blade and you bash people with the back end. That, or you use one hand to grab onto the handle and you choke your other hand onto the blade so that you got a finer point, kind of like a spear. So all those techniques that can be used during animation, and that can only be done with someone with a big ass sword like that. And then of course we have Gundram over on the side with just a single warhammer. I believe he does have a shield as well. So shield and warhammer is a very solid combination. It's a warhammer is a very good counter to soft armor. Is that right? No. Yes, no. Hang on, let me think about that for a second. Yeah, okay, yes, it is. Warhammer is very, very effective against soft armor. Because, with, like, plate armor, for example, if you just banged it with a fucking, like, hammer, it's going to rattle, but it's not going to go deep in. If you had, instead, like, chainmail or something, and you smash that, the chainmail isn't going to break, but your arm is still going to break, because the force is going to go through. And because these guys are all Lazurians, and they're going against the Sacrosauran as the main enemy, and the Sacrosaurans wear these light armors that are soft, having a warhammer with a spike on the other end, just to penetrate through armor if needed, that's a very good and effective weapon. This would be very heavily used in the medieval period as well, like warhammers, in the scenario where you'd be fighting against, knights and whatnot, because you have the spike to puncture armor, and you have the hammer to beat the shit out of non-armored people. And then, of course, you have a shield on the other hand, because, these guys all play stereotypical roles in, or sorry, not stereotypical, archetypal roles in the show as well. Henry in the actual Levaslier show will be the commander who uses his brain most of the time. He's also fast, strong, basically a medieval knight. Over for Richard, because he's got no shield and he's only got a two-handed sword and whatnot, his archetype would be someone who focuses mainly on attack. If we take a look at Gundram's armor, you'll notice that he has a lot more armor than everyone else, so Gundram's main focus is defense. And so these guys make an excellent trio that not only would they excel in combat, but they are extremely fun to watch in the show as well. I really love these guys for the way they act. Angelo says you hold the sword in the blade, right, and then use the handle to jab or make a dent. No, you won't. No. You don't make a dent in the armor. You won't dent the armor. If there's armor there, you're not getting through that. Like, armor is tough as fuck, right? If you choke your blade down and you have the spike in front, this gives you more finer control over where the point is. This will allow you to target the places that I mentioned earlier: the armpits, the elbow, the behind the kneecaps, the groin, all those spots, or even the neck. You can't have armor there because otherwise you can't bend. Therefore, it has to be unarmored or softly armored. Meaning, if you've got a tiny little spike and you spike that in there, it's gonna work. Even if you want to, I've heard accounts of this. I'm not sure if it. No, I've seen one depiction of it. Historical depiction. There was a historical artwork It's some sort of treatise on how to use longsword half swording. He countered one of the sword cuts coming in, and he jabbed it straight into the eye slit of the armor. 40 likes. Thanks, Cam. Thanks for letting me know. Solo says, with the armor which has... What? With the armor which has the armor top. Looks like... Thank you for following Soduo. With the armor which has the armor top looks like it has an upward. It might be a real upward because of the perspective, and since the guy is already bending forward, the pointiness should be like flattened a bit on the perspective. Potentially, yeah. I mean, I didn't shade this at all, so it's hard to tell where the depth of shit is going. We'll have to figure that one out. Angela says, there's a strategy I saw somewhere where they literally holding the sword upside down, holding the blade. Yeah, exactly. That's also called half swording. Yeah, because with a blade of the sword, you cannot puncture armor with that. You cannot cut through armor, and trying to poke it might be a bit hard. If you flip it around and you instead use it as a warhammer, you can, where the cross guard is, so here, this is the cross guard, right? You would hit with that, because that is hard. That is a solid small point. So you'd either hit with this or this, because those are heavy. So that's when you're both in fully armored clothing, and instead of going for the little precision points, you just want to bash them in the head. You use the back stuff. So you'd literally hold here, and you'd hold here, and you turn around and use this side to hit. That is a legitimate strategy. Yes. There's a choreography that we've already thought of this choreography. So Richard, during one of the fights, there will be a fight where Richard will be a part of. I believe it's episode 4 in Levaslier season 1, episode 4. Richard will flip the blade around, and he'll like kind of distract him just by bashing him a little bit. But he will use this part of the blade to hook behind his opponent's foot, his ankle, pull backwards so that the opponent slips forward, then wind the blade up behind his back, and then drop the entire thing down on him. It's a sweet ass combo, and it can only be done by Richard because he's the only one with this sword. That's why he's there. It's a sick ass combo. You know it. Thank you for following, whoever just followed. I can't read that name. Okay, let me get some more of this done. Let me finish off his arm over here. Oh, by the way, the stuff here, these cross hatches, excuse me. What these are, it could be interpreted as chainmail. That's one way you could see it. Another way you could see it is gambeson. And gambeson is the real life version of leather armor. It's not made of leather. It's made of many layers of cloth. It's a lot of cloth compressed together, and that works to stop against many attacks, surprisingly. So that was usually worn underneath other types of armor. Occasionally, people would wear gambeson underneath their chainmail, for example, or gambeson under their plate, which is what I had in mind for these guys. So here, this is very clearly gambeson. This is gambeson because chainmail won't end like that. Chainmail won't have this extra layer here. That is gambeson, and then you could argue that something like that might be chainmail. Vipul says, do you use a pen tab? I do, and it's only for drawing. If you were to ask me if I need this pen tab, I'd say not really. I can still draw fine with my mouse. It's just sometimes I like to be a bit fancier and use the pen tab. And also because with the pen tab, you get varying different pressures. So when I press hard, it goes like that. When it goes soft, it goes like that, you know. Just gives it a bit more realism when I'm actually drawing. And I don't usually draw, by the way. I believe this is... I'm not sure about this, but this might be literally the only stream that I've ever done where I'm drawing something on this channel. I believe this is either the first or the only. I'm not sure if this will be the last either. If I ever need to draw a bit more, I might. Does anyone want to see updates on the Levaslier pages, by the way? Just in case y'all were wondering if I'm still working on it, I am working very hard on it. In fact, I have to draw... You guys have seen me draw on this board in real life. So I usually draw 4 pages on each page. And then I draw 4. And then I'll transfer them digitally. And then I'll draw the next 4, right? Every week I'm going through, like, 2 sides of these. Yesterday I just finished, like... No, not even yesterday. Starting from, like... Yeah, no, like, this week... It's Thursday. Yeah, it's perfect. It's Thursday. I've already finished 4 pages. I can probably do another 4 this week. And we're on page 29 at the moment, I believe. So we're looking like maybe all together. Because we have the Levaslier. Ow! Fuck my funny bone. Ooh, sorry. Youch. Ouchie. Let me grab the script real quick. Bullshit. The script is like old script. Okay. I've got a new script already. I just remember that's the old script. The new script, we've shortened it down again. So now I believe it is 16 pages, while the old one was like 19 pages. So we shortened it down by 3 minutes, and we cut out a whole bunch of bullshit, and we rewrote some much better stuff there, much more emotional stuff there that I think really, really works. Makes me feel sad when I was rewriting it. Also made me feel brutal at some points, which the old one just didn't make me feel. But altogether, we estimated that the final page count would be somewhere around the 75 page range. I'm not sure if that's long or not for you guys, because I don't read many books, surprisingly. I don't read many mangas either. But to me that sounds like it's fair. Like that I wouldn't expect anything much more than that or much less than that. So if it's more or less, it'll be like 82 to like, I don't know, fucking 60 maybe even, you know, something along those lines. Is that a strap or is that not a strap? Hang on a second. That is a strap going towards... Oh, man. This is the problem of drawing stuff like years prior and then like forgetting about your own drawings. You don't remember where these things go, man. Okay, let me link these back up. So that, yeah, there you go. Perfect. Zacta says, does ArcDoc have a brain and heart? That's, you have to find out that one. We talk about that in the actual show. You can start speculating. Oh, my funny bone. Angela said you should have done an art of cliffhangers, lol. What? What do you mean by that? Art of cliffhangers. Like, should I show pages where it just kind of leaves off? Just so you guys can kind of predict what happens next. Let me switch my face so I can load up some. Oh, what the fuck happened there, man? Let me switch my face so I can see what happens. Angela says, I mean, post the first 20 pages or something, and the next one, it blows up. Ooh. Let me see if any of the pages that I just finished have anything. Okay. This is a bit of a funny one. But it does work. Let's, I'm wondering how I'm going to show you guys this. Okay, so this is the most recent page that I just finished. It's page 29. Alright, here you go. Starts off like, I would do the line. I would read out the lines, but my you gotta understand, I'm sick. I can't go any lower. My voice, I can't do the Arc Horse voice right now. Arc Horse. Quite liking the effects here. There you go. Quick teaser. The most recent page that I just finished. Bam. What's gonna happen next? And people were asking, why is ArcDoc throwing a strike at Arkosh in the first place? Yeah, why indeed? What's going on here? Does that arm not look like an arm to you? Why does he look thick after I drew the arm? Oh, his arm has always been a bit thick, I guess. He's got muscular arms. Yeah, he's just got a muscular arm. Okay. Interesting. Happy Chafe says Zach says, I'm always happy, Zach. I'm always happy except when I'm not. Also, I've got a cold right now, so I can't read. Sorry, I can't speak as energetic as I would usually do. It's just in case, for the record, in case anyone's watching, and they usually come in and they're like, Jules, what happened? What? Who are you, and what have you done to the real Julian? Real Julian is sick. That's what's happening. Enemy is thick, lol. Let's see. Who's the other slime? Yeah, wait, hold on a second. You saw his name. You saw his name. His name was there. His name's right there. Yeah, there's his name right there. Holy shit, that's thick. Angelo says, action line 10 out of 10. That was secretly a Minecraft anime. Yeah, the Levaslier's, what? Dude, imagine, I almost said a big ass spoiler there. Actually, is it a spoiler though? Because, no, y'all should already know this. When, episode 1, when, Arkosh has to say bye-bye. Top 10 saddest anime moments, right there. Thick Arkosh. I just imagine the thick fucking Arkosh. Imagine that for a second. He's like standing in his poses and whatnot, but his ass is just like, boom. That's the real part you call a slime. Oh fuck. Camtine says, what happens next? Arkosh the next Arctalk fanfics. It's slime hentai. I was about to say, has anyone ever Googled slime hentai? But I don't want to say that in case anyone does Google it. Yeah, there you go. You got it. Yeah, it's Janhoff. Janhoff, hi. Fucking, why? What does Fanai mean, Solar? You reversed Janhoff. Does it spell it the other way around? That moment when you have memes about stories that aren't even out yet. I guess so. Wait, I guess I'll oop? What does oop mean? Oh, fuck me. I can't draw properly. Mon Musume. Wait. Which part of Mon Musume is that? Oh, you mean for the slime? Oh, that's what you're talking about. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get you. Took me a second. I didn't get through Monster Musume cuz it was trash. Oh, Kawatine goes, I gotta read this in an accent. Kawatine goes fucking countryman US. He goes, I've seen some slime hentai, and let me tell you, it wouldn't take much for Arkosh to make himself thick. Yeah, we really wouldn't take him much. He's already thick. He's the thickest slime in all of Azuria. No wonder Arkadoc is jealous. Vicpol says, you might be the first one showing your animation work off live. Well, okay, well, first of all, technically, I'm not animating right now. But I do a lot of animations live, and I'm definitely not the first one, because when I was first learning how to animate, I had to follow a lot of other people doing it live. That was Anish. I watched Anish doing a lot of his animations live. Can you believe it? And then here I am a few years later working with Anish directly. Feels good. Man, one day, Vicpol. Keep practicing, and then, yeah, one day we'll be able to work together, man. Fun, hey? Sounds like funny when other letters got silent, says Solar. Well, guess what, Solar? You're fun, eh? Fuck, I don't know why that was so funny when it came out of my mouth. You know what? I just had another cognitive dissonance moment, but I forget what it was. But I wanted to talk about it. I'm just trying to... The fuck was I trying to say? It was when I was talking to a Vigpol and I said you could work with us live. Should I work with us? Right, yeah. Okay, so guys, it's just a little real talk thing that I wanted to share. Since some of you guys are still young, since most of you guys are still young, I thought I'd share this because, you know, I graduated. Oh, well, welcome, Beautiful Pizza. You're just in time. You're just in time for a little real talk. So, y'all know I graduated super early. Not only did I graduate university super early, I graduated high school super early. So I graduated high school twice, once at the age of 15, the other time at the age of 16. Then I graduated university. I took a gap year, and I still graduated university at the age of 19. So obviously, I fucking blazed through my education super damn fast, right? And like, most of y'all are thinking, damn, I wish I could get through university that fast, or damn, he's fucking smart. Okay, one, I'm not smart, and I'm not saying that to be humble. I'm legitimately stupid when it comes to academic stuff. Math, fuck that shit. Science, fuck that shit. Give me D's, right? Like, fuck, I'm stupid. My strength lies in my filmmaking skills and my critical thinking skills. And any creative stuff, like creative decisions and whatnot, I can do that. That's where I'm quote unquote smart at. But academics, they don't count. They don't account for that. So, you know, I blazed through, and then, you know, I'm not going to answer, like, how the fuck did you graduate so early? What I'm instead going to answer is, the cognitive dissonance part in my mind. So cognitive dissonance, for those who don't know, are when your thoughts and when your thoughts don't line up. They conflict with each other. I blazed through life, and it's a great thing. I love it. Right? I love the fact that I can graduate early. I love the fact that I don't have to sit through fucking school anymore because it's a pain in the ass. I don't like it. And I really, really like the fact that all the people that used to fuck with me, and, you know, earlier I mentioned how people were messing with me, saying TeamWnJ piece of shit and whatnot. I love the fact that by the time I'm graduating university, these guys are entering university. So I'm so much fucking better than them, quote unquote. Right? I never say that, and like I don't think about them in a way like that because I don't even think about them at all. Okay, but you know, you kind of get the gist there. It's a little bit of me that goes like, yeah, fuck y'all. I'm better than you now. What you gonna say, right? So that's the good part of it, and I want to maintain that. And so, because I'm at work right now, and I've got TeamWnJ, and I want to start my own business because I want to start, like, I want to turn TeamWnJ into a full-on animation studio, and I want to be able to make animations. And I want to have when you guys come in and you work for me, not just you guys, like when I hire other types of animators from all other places, you know, y'all come together, y'all animating, y'all should love the fucking job. Y'all should be able to do the things that you love, and then you get paid for doing the things that you love. I want to be able to set up an environment as a full-on animation studio that provides that. Just, you love it, and you get paid for loving it. Best thing in the world. If I can provide that to other people, best thing in the world. And I want to do that faster than anyone else can do that. But if you think about it, you're like, why do you need to be faster? Like, what's the point? Like, okay, you know the part of me that thinks to myself, I graduated at the age of 19, and y'all are still entering university, Lamal. Like, that part of me, the bigger part of me says, I don't even think about them anymore, which I don't. So, like, okay, well, I'm graduated, so what? Next step, keep moving. Like, I don't have to compare myself with other people. I shouldn't be like shaming other people anyway, regardless of what they've done. They're toxic. I don't need them in my life. Just get them out. I don't think about them. So why the fuck am I comparing myself to these guys? And why do I hold myself in such a high regard that I have to race to finish everything before anyone else does? There's also this fuck my mentor, man. Fuck that, my mentor, the scammer dude. He implanted into my mind that you can be a millionaire by the age of 23. And I thought that for like some time already. I'm like, dude, imagine if you could make, not a millionaire, like six figures, not millionaire. Millionaire is 7 figures. Knock 1 0 off. So you can do that by the age of 23 if you work hard enough with me. I'm like, okay, that's a cool thing. And I've been imagining this for a long ass time. By the age of 23, 25, whatever, I could have a lot of money. That would be cool. I could be able to do whatever the fuck I want. But then I started, so that's one part of me. The part that wants me to do things fast. And the other part is like, why the fuck does that matter? Because would you rather waste your time trying to get 6 figures by the age of 23, doing whatever desperate action you want to try to hunt and chase your money, or would you alternatively take it slow and methodical, because slow and steady wins the race? Read books, gather up knowledge as you've always done, and then be sure that by the age of 36 you can get 6 figures. That's the smart part. When I said that, y'all were like, most of you guys were like, yeah, I mean, obviously one is better than the other. It's just, in my mind, those two are fighting with each other. Because I don't know, maybe you guys don't have the other part because you didn't graduate university at the age of 19. Okay, fine, right. But because I have that, and that ego is in there, I've got a mental battle in here. I don't like the mental battle. It's been throwing me off for quite some time. But I just wanted to share those thoughts out there, because I think it's important for me to share this stuff, because if anyone else is in this situation, you get that I'm also in this situation. Also, again, sharing this stuff in a few years' time when I look back at it, what's the difference? Let's see how I got over it. What changed? It's always something to document. So there's my thoughts right now. Angelo, my lights did not die. I don't think they did not die. Angelo says, IMO, you don't really need to take university or school if you already know what you're doing. What you're going to do is what to do thereafter. Yeah, I agree as well. As someone who has been to university and has graduated, the reason I went to university, I hope Eric should know this. Eric went to university with me, right? The reason I went to university was not because I needed to know more. It was not because I wanted quote-unquote job qualifications. It was literally, I kid you not, the only reason I wanted to go to university was so that I could graduate and flex on those people who used to shit on me. Because I wanted to graduate by the age of 19 to prove a point, to say that I'm better than everyone. And I entered university when I was like 16 or 17, man. So my mindset has completely changed already. But yeah, so that's how I spent 2 years in university. Like, that's the reason. I just wanted to flex. I mean, I got my flex. I actually did flex. I was like, fuck you all. I'm better than you. I didn't say that, but everyone sees the flex. Like, I post a lot about it. Like, I graduated by the time you entered. That's my flex. That's all it is. And that's my point proven. I'm happy. Like, that's done. I don't need any more than that. But like, that's a very spiteful move. Like, you know how petty that is? I've basically wasted 2 years just doing that. That's so petty. But I did it anyway, and like, I'm happy. Like, I'm actually kind of happy that I did that, just because I met quite a few people in university. I got the flex off. I have a bachelor in film now, which is nice to have. But I do understand that even before I entered university, I understood, 1, I already have the skills. 2, people don't look at my fucking university grades and whatnot. They look at my show reel, especially in the creative film industry. Who the fuck looks at your fucking grades? Oh yeah, I got an A for filmmaking. What the fuck does that mean? Show me your show reel. So I completely understood that, but I still did it anyway. Ultimately, would you call it a waste of time? I mean, you could. You wouldn't be wrong in saying that. Cause like, what do you want to get out of it? That's the thing. If you entered university with the goal of entering university thinking to yourself, oh, I'm going to get a good degree and I'm going to get a good job and I'm going to earn a lot of money, okay, and you get in and you leave and you're working at McDonald's, yeah, it's a fucking waste of time. My goal was to get in and flex. I got in, I got out, I flexed, done. So was that a waste of time for me? Not really. I mean, I got what I wanted, right? But yeah, for most people, I don't think they would. Either they don't admit to it, or they just straight up don't think of flexing on other people. Oh, Angelo, so true. Angelo says, true. The thing is that everything can be learned online for free. Tuition's hella expensive. Exactly. Well, the thing, here's the trade-off for Darklight. Darklight, we only got 5 minutes left. Thanks for watching the entire stream. He's going to be watching the replay, so I'm leaving more messages for him. When I mentioned to him about time versus money, if you paid money to a university and you spent 2 years at university, you would learn a lot more in those 2 years in university than you would wasting your time but saving your money learning online through free resources. Because when you learn online for free, not everything online works, number one. And number two, if you ever encounter a technical problem, you're going to stop there. Because that's a hurdle that's very difficult to pass. And so self-learning in 2 years, you learn a lot less than learning at an actual place. That's what university brings. University brings structure and stability. And it also trains you to show up on time and commit. That's what it does. And time management, all that sort of shit. That's what university. That's the most important thing university has taught me. Time management. Like, it's so good, so important, so important. And you can't learn that online, man. You can't. How you learn time management online? You can't do that. So there's that. Yeah, thanks, Andre. Andre just pointed it out. Thank you. We've only got 5 minutes left. 4 minutes at this point. So I'm just gonna fucking bull rush this part and then what the fuck, and then we'll go on from there. Hopefully on Saturday, I won't sound so drained and I won't be so tired. And also, I hope Harry will be back so that we can scream at some creepers. What do y'all want to see on Saturday? I'm thinking of going to survival. I want to see if yeah, what the fuck should we do? Should we look for? Do you think we should start looking for a stronghold in survival? I don't know if we're ready yet because I want Harry to have full diamond armor that's enchanted before we do any of the end stuff. I'm also wondering if we should fight the Wither before fighting the Ender Dragon. I know that sounds kind of unusual, like it's the wrong order to do it, but I feel like we could do that as well. I've got a looting 3 sword after all. Friendly Scout is back. What's going on, Friendly Scout? He says, no, not the Minecraft animation. It was just the PewDiePie animation. Oh, Friendly Scout, we've only got 3 minutes. I'm gonna go this super fast here. PewDiePie animation is cancelled only and only if we cannot find more animators to join in and help us. If you are an animator and you would like to join TeamWnJ to help out on the PewDiePie animation, use the email in the description below. Find the email, send an email to me. Read the description carefully to know what you have to include. And whoever, if you end up being one of the 2 animators who help out with the project, you will end up being paid 150 Australian dollars by the end of the project. Okay, cool. Flora says hi. Flora, man, you joined at a bad time. We're just about to end the stream, but okay. I'm not sure if y'all caught what I said there. In case anyone new just joined in, I'm not gonna repeat everything. Just wind the stream back by a few seconds. If you just joined into the stream, I explained what's going on with the PewDiePie and how we can continue it, and how I'm looking for animators to join in. It's a paid animation job, so go ahead and wind the stream back a little bit. Okay, so on Saturday, you guys wanna Solar says, Stronghold not yet. Save at least 5 stacks of diamond blocks before getting into one. Jesus Christ, 5 stacks of diamond blocks. That sounds like me when I was like 13 and whatnot. Alright, we only got 2 minutes. I'm just gonna talk with y'all. Wait, Friendly, did you not understand anything that I said? Let me switch. What the fuck's going on my camera? There we go, okay. Well, watch as I proceed to bring in my invisible cup. Oh, it's empty. Well. Okay. Either way, I think it is time to wrap up. I am extremely sick and tired today, so apologies that I was not as exciting as I usually am. I hope I did get what I wanted to say across, and I hope you guys understood me. The PewDiePie thing, I mean, I literally just said that a few seconds ago, so I don't have to repeat it again. Next stream will be on Saturday. We'll be playing Minecraft Survival, and hopefully I'll be feeling better then, and I'll, oh wait, hold on. This button, right here. If you're new here, make sure you go down, hit that like button. Sorry, if you're, I don't care if you're new here or not. Go down there, hit the like button, and if you are new here, hit that subscribe button and turn the bell on as well. Because if you don't turn on the bell on, you'll never see me again. Because YouTube fucking doesn't like me. Well, that's said and done. I'll see you all on Saturday. Cheers.